Today, I'm going to unbox Civil War game. This is really not as much of a game as it is an educational kit or experience, but I picked this up the other day when I was at Half Price Books, and I made a very lucky find with Stonewall's Last Battle, the Chancellorsville campaign, part of the Great Campaigns of the American Civil War, if you see that there. An old Avalon Hill game that was in excellent shape. The only thing I was missing was the original Avalon Hill dice. Everything else was unpunched and in great condition, including the box was in great condition as well. And at the same time, I found this game, and this was really cheap. It was like, I don't know, under $5 maybe. And I've seen this several times on like eBay and other places, and being a geographer by trade, one of my degrees is in geography. I thought, well, this would be interesting. It talks about the history and geography of the Civil War. Wow, three of my favorite flavors in one. So I decided to pick this up, and it had some of these. Oh, there it is. This still has it on there. These sticky things on here, and I really didn't know what to expect here. I mean, I kind of read it out here that is talking about America's #1 map game. All right, so we got a game in here, I think. Easy to play, educational. Each game includes. So I didn't know if there was more than one game in here. And plus, it had a free Civil War poster, so I was like, okay, well, I didn't know what to expect with this. And again, I had seen it on eBay and seen it other places, but really didn't know much about this from learning games. So let's get into this and see what we have here. And Half Price Books puts these little sticky tabs, these little round stickers on there to I don't have very good nails, but the good news is these are relatively sticky, but they don't, I'm going to say that cautiously, they don't lift up the ink or the printing on the box, at least not too bad there. So let's see, I think there was only those two, yep. See what we get in the box here. So it's a real thin box, as you can see there. And alrighty, so I got this from Half Price Books. It wasn't shrink wrap, it just had those little two sticky things. So I'm not certain if these cards came this way. They're perfed, and old games like old Avalon Hill games and any games that had cards back in the 70s, 80s, and maybe even into the 90s, had these like perfed cards. And so I don't know if these came perfed and you had to tear them out, or if so. So I'm thinking that this was probably a pre-owned and somebody tore those out. So we get the so I'm assuming everything's in here, but I do not know for a fact that everything is in here. Here's your history series, instructions for play, educational fun for ages 8 to adult, 1 to 6 players or more. Okay. Got an introduction, overview of play. So there's a board in here. There's your rules. There's a free mailing coupon here. And you got game variants. Is there a... yeah, this is 1974, revised 79, 81, 84, 85, and 94. So I assume this might be the 94 printing of that game. Here is your, I think this is the board. So it's a little bit thicker stock there. And there is your board. So there's your map game. So you got a map of the primary areas of the American Civil War. A little inset here for the areas around Richmond. So you got battles, sieges, naval battles, cities, camps, and forts, and military campaigns. So you got a little bit of a, so talking about some campaigns here. I wonder if they're related to these cards here. So not certain. So don't know if this is really more, again, more of an educational exercise and more of really not much of a game, but maybe kind of trivia or historical, questions and answers. Here's your study guide. So this looks like this would be something pre-test, post-test. So this looks like this looks like this would be something for the classroom. Yeah, there's all kinds of data sheets in here. Let's dump some of these things out here. So we got these. Oh wow. Okay. Just a bunch of loose paper in here. There's some page numbers on here. Let's get to the end of the page numbers. Okay, so this is the end of the page numbers right here. Sorry about that. So you have these data sheets. So again, I don't know if they match up. Those cards had numbers on there. So Mississippi River is 26. Let's see if that's on here. Nope. So don't know what the correlation is. So you have areas, features, and places. So you have, this is basically just, again, it's a data sheet. So this is more for study purposes, I guess. So again, this is, I think using the word game with this is kind of loose. I think this is more of a, again, an educational kit or a study kit on the Civil War, and using that main map as a way to kind of focus in the efforts in the discussion, maybe. Quite a lot of, this is kind of interesting from the standpoint of, I assume that their sources are good, but they have quite a few little historical tidbits here. Talking about some of the battles, talking about some of the areas. So that's kind of interesting. So, it's something I can look at and read. I've got quite a few Civil War books, but there's Battle of Cold Harbor. So, interesting. So, this is somewhat informative and educational. So, you have all these data sheets that go over some of the battles and whatnot. Let's see what we have here. Here's your statistical summary. I'll put this like that. And you got your place for notes there. Statistical summary. States, population, cities. Okay, so you got kind of an overview there. Balance sheet. Talking about, because this is the numbers, like casualties and enlistments and military strength. Okay, it's kind of interesting. Here's your selected chronology. Okay. That goes on for several pages here. Then you have 1866 there. Okay. Then you have the Civil War map game word detective game. So you have a word search here. And a letter scramble. Okay, very educational here. Here's your order form for more educational material. Stuff from Educational Materials Associates. Then we have, this must be here's a questionnaire and mail-in coupon from them. Okay. And then this is the poster, I guess. So it's got a chronology on it as well. And talking about your Sherman's March to the Sea. So it's got some historical, the battles. So you can, some stuff on the battles there. Little blurbs. And then a map here. Let's pull this up a little bit. You see the map. So there you have it. It's got some key over here. I think it's talking about, it's a battle map, so it's talking about some battle map with chronology, which is chronology I think is on the back. And there you have it. So you get this nice Civil War map here. And then the rest of these materials are all educational resources. So interesting. So again, not much of a game in here. I'll read the rules at some point, but I think my kids are probably old beyond this. Let's put it that way. And my youngest is 10, so she plays stuff well beyond this. So interesting though. Get some cards here. So these might just be, I don't know, but it's part of the game. You pull that up and you have to locate it on the map or talk about it through the reference materials or what have you. So that is what you get in the box of Civil War game. Using the word game here loosely, this is more of a educational kit. Not a bad kit. I mean, this is for a I don't know, a grade school classroom. This might be somewhat of a neat little exercise here to go over the Civil War. I assume the resources are well vetted and and sourced. It's from Learning Games, so yeah, it looks interesting. I'll go through it. I don't know if I'll use it as a reference, but I'll probably go through it and read some of the blurbs and use it more as a kind of a little educational reference of sorts, of somewhat limited use, and I really don't know how much of a gameplay is there. If any of you have experience with this, love to hear what your thoughts on this. I just picked it up because it was, I don't know, it was $5 or less or something like that, and just wanted to see what was inside. This was kind of a flyer, so to speak. So now you know what's inside as well. So hey, thanks for spending some time with me, and if you want some Civil War grade school level, maybe educational resources, check out the Civil War game. New Deluxe Edition. Take care. Thanks for watching.